दिस इज़ योर बॉलीवुड स्पाई G9 यानी कि दिव्य सुरगम और आज मेरे साथ मौजूद है शायोनी गुप्ता. I heard you screaming at a couple of people.
Thank
so,
you.
And this,
Today has been more or less good.
But it also happens with me also. My
What's
name
your
is Divya. So English में it becomes Divya, and that's
Divya.
what people every time.
Yeah.
Divya, please come here. So
Yeah,
that
Divya.
I know how does that feel. But सबसे पहले तो बहुत प्यारी लग रही है आप. और speaking about this entire film, when we saw the trailer, it's scary, it's thought-provoking, it's quite interesting, quite engaging. Uh, just share us something about your character and what preparations did you go with that entire thing?
So I think what excited me about the project was one, working with Shumanda. I know him for years and we've been wanting to collaborate together for many years. Finally it worked out. Also because he told me about this character and this story briefly, and I was like, my god, I haven't really seen anything like that. And it's also seldom that an actor sort of, we get offered a part like this, which is something I was very excited to sort of explore. And the look sort of that he had in mind. He had sent me a reference photo of how he thought this woman should look at the later half. This film is very non-linear, so and there are 3 age groups. So I'm playing a 17-18-year-old, then a 20 to 23-year-old, and then 27-28-year-old. So when she's 28 and she's in the jail, she's been in jail for many years. That transformation, which was like mostly done with the help of prosthetics. So I was like, I was super excited to sort of do it. The preparation, honestly, I didn't have much time.
Okay.
Because it happened very quickly. And I somehow managed to get 9 days out of my other projects, and I made this happen. I've always been very interested in criminal psychology, and I've always liked reading about criminal psychology. I wanted to actually do my master's in forensic psychology. So all that reading actually helped.
Yeah.
Because as actors, I always feel that your preparation is lifelong. At various points, your associations, what you keep updating yourself with. Also, Shumanda is somebody who's extremely clear about what he wants, and he exactly knew how he had imagined the scope of the film. I had met him once, in fact, for an hour only, and I was just happy to know that the understanding he had of this world and what he wanted to create was very interesting, but it's also that something that I was imagining, after reading the scripts. I was just happy that we were on the same page, and that I was not too far away from what he had in mind. Also with Nimisha, who's the writer, she had sort of done a lot of research for a year or more, and she had met people who have been convicted of serial killing, people around them, and she in fact sat me down. I sat her down and I was like, just tell me everything you know. And she told me these stories which were just gut-wrenching and like just very, very sad, and that's sort of, you use your imagination. And I remember the first day I did this one scene, and I had great fun doing it, but it was a little like it was very depressing, that whole scene. And she started crying and she came and hugged me. She was like, this is exactly how I'd imagined when I wrote it.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, good. You're happy, no? Like, yeah. Like, okay, great. So I guess, and in fact, the night before I was going on set, I'd just come back from Fomo Shot's set, and I was going through the script, and I was like, and I was feeling a little bit underprepared. Although I know I was doing the scenes for myself, but I was like, I don't know, because you're also nervous, and it's good to have that nervous energy. But the moment I went on set, I exactly knew that I was in great hands, and Shumanda is really a treat to work with.
But then how do you, after doing such a dark and disturbing type of character, how do you dissociate yourself, or how do you come out from that detoxification or something like that? You are a thinking actor. You said you learned, you know all the criminal you learned of that psychological part and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not an actor who sort of sits for hours. You think of the character, but you think of the character in terms of what you can explore, and in terms of craft, in terms of things you can do, and but I don't think I get really affected.
It doesn't?
it doesn't
Come out and it just switch on and off.
I mean, it's not really switch on and off. You know, you go in and you understand what the scene is. You get into the thing, and then you do your thing, and you come out, and it's fine.
It's very easy to say. When I saw
Because I'm an actor.
yeah,
that's my
when I
job.
saw you in The Hungry,
Oh.
that entire sequence and the climax part when
Yeah.
you come, I mean, I don't think so. That must have been an easy thing.
It was very easy.
Yeah?
I was laughing throughout.
But it didn't. You were scared to.
Because
see you.
I mean, you know, that's your job. You're supposed to make people believe that, you know, that's your reality, but that's not your reality. There are like 100 people walking around, running around you, trying to make you look in a certain way and make you look good. And there's a reflector here. There are people screaming. They're like, "Hey, baby, ka mundi kato." You know, you can't really get into that. You know, you get into that for that moment when there's silence in between action and cut, and maybe a few moments here and there, but.
So how do you balance between selecting the script? There's one side you have the films like these and Posham or Article 15, and other side you've been part of again more commercial projects, also Jolly LLB, let's say, or the recent one, 4 More Shots, you know, which is very mass friendly, and you've been accepted
This
in
is
all
also
the.
mass friendly.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure you get it, what I'm content.
I mean, but see, as creators or as actors or creative people, you are constantly attracted to stuff that sort of challenges your mind and also helps you grow. Because you know, if you're not doing different kind of things, you just get stuck probably. Also, I get bored very easily, so I have to keep doing different kind of things. Also, I'm also thankful that, you know, those kind of stuff come and, you know, to choose from also. So I think it's a play of everything, and thankfully it gets balanced out. I just like to do stuff that interests me, and I can't do something that I wouldn't watch myself, you know. There's only one thing that I've done and I have not watched, but apart from that I won't tell you
What? Which one?
No, I won't tell you.
No?
But apart from that, it's been stuff that I would watch myself as an audience, you know, and stuff that I would be proud of, you know, and I would have fun doing, and because, you know, we do this every single day of our lives, and if you didn't enjoy it, if you didn't have fun with it, if you didn't grow with it every single time, what's the point in doing it?
You know, there was a time when it was very tough to survive in the film industry or in this thing without any godfather or something like. But now, with changing times, it's more of the content is king. You feel you are in the right time and the right, or still the industry is going through that entire pay track with that type of thing.
I think the industry is changing for the good, for the better. Also because obviously, you know, see, everything is always evolving, right? I mean, films have evolved, storytelling has evolved, people's psychology has evolved, we have evolved as a society. So what was interesting for us, you know, before the 2000s, before the internet, you know, is no longer, because also now people have access to everything that's being made, you know, from documentary to short films to all kinds of content, obviously shows and films. So, you know, you can't really make the same kind of things and, you know, still satiate people. So people are also like the audiences have changed, and as creators, I think it's a great time. It's a great time for not only writers, actors, you know, directors, but also like your daily wage laborers, you know, because there's so much work happening, and there are different kinds of work happening, and with the web explosion, I think different kinds of stories are being told. People are taking risks, you know, something like this is possible because of this. You know, again, like when 4 More Shots had come out, we were like, you know, I don't think it was possible to make us content like this for, say, you know, for a theatrical release, because you know, you wouldn't be able to make it honestly, you know. So I think that is something that you only get from the web. So it's amazing that we are seeing this day, and it's going to grow further, I think.
Speaking about 4 More Shots, there's a thin line between vulgarity and, you know, the boldness, or let's say a very frank or something like on that type of product. But when you do a series like this, I'm sure you must be approached by that type of web series who are just looking out for the vulgar content or the mass friendly or the
You know,
sexual
there's
content.
content that comes to you all the time, and different kinds of content. In fact, when I had done Margarita with a Straw, which was, you know, a really beautiful film,
Fantastic
People would
one.
say, "Oh, you've done a bold film, so anywhere they would expect you to sort of do intimate scenes or like things like that. They would call you, and I would immediately put it down because it's not something I'm interested in. For FOMO shots, what we wanted to do was to sort of create a narrative which represented women as they were in real life. If you made your own career choices, your decisions about your relationships, your how you would be with your friends, with your lovers. We wanted to make a completely unapologetic international show where audiences from any part of the world could watch and be like, this is me, or these are people like I know, or this is like my sister or my girlfriend or whoever. So it was done, and it was made by women who wanted to represent women in the most authentic way. So that's what we tried to do. And see, I mean, today anybody can make anything, and it's okay because it's your choice. But it's also my prerogative to either do it or not do it. So I don't think it's a problem. Because ultimately choice is in my hands, where I am saying yes or no to a film.
So what's happening next? I have loads of questions.
I'm
but
dying. I need a break. I haven't had a break in 2 years.
Oh.
Touch wood. It's great.
Well, it's good,
God
yeah.
has been kind. There's been amazing work that's happening, overall, and very, very exciting work that personally is happening. But I think I need a break.
Okay, I have something for you. Just
Oh my
have a
God. तब से मैं ये देख रही थी. ये क्या है?
look. Yeah, have a look.
Oh my God. Thank you. Astrum speakers.
So,
Oh, so cool. It's gonna go in our vanity. See, she's saying it's mine. It's not yours. What is this?
power bank.
It's a power bank.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's really sweet of you. Why did you spend?
That's fine.
Arey yaar, now I have to give you something else.
Oh.
Arey, thank you so much. That's really sweet. Thank you.
तो जानना चाहूँगा कि अगर रेट्रो कूल गानों की बात करेंगे 70s, 80s एंड 90s में, तो आपके ऑल टाइम फेवरेट रेट्रो कूल सॉन्ग्स कौन से हैं?
यार मुझे ना लिरिक्स नहीं याद होते हैं.
बट आप गाती भी है, हमें पता
हाँ
है.
मैं गाती हूँ पर मुझे
तो 2 लाइन
नहीं
तो
याद होते हैं.
चलेगा. फर्स्ट लाइन
रेट्रो
70s, 80s, 90s.
70s 80s. हवा हवा ए हवा खुशबू लुटा दे, कहाँ चली चली. मैं उसके मिलूंगा. क्या?
एक बार
रे मिला दे यार, मिला दे यार, मिला दे.
वाओ, हसन जांगी.
या
मोर कपल ऑफ होप्स.
कभी दूर जब दिन ढल जाए, सांझ की दुल्हन बदन चुराए, चुपके से आए. Then
वाओ, सुपर.
just give me some आशा भोसले numbers.
आशा भोसले, इजाजत,
हाँ.
मेरा कुछ सामान,
मेरा कतरा कतरा is actually like my favorite song, but मेरा कुछ सामान तुम्हारे पास पड़ा है, नारायण के भीगे भीगे ना 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 ना. Sorry, I'm very bad with lyrics.
Goosebumps यार. This is so एक और of you're
अरे,
singing.
छोड़ाए हम ये गलियां, छोड़ाए हम ये गलियां, डरा 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 डरा. Oh, what is that? Our favorite song. हाय रामा ये क्या हुआ, ये कैसे हमें. She's like dying. हाय रामा मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है गाना गाती जा रही है.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dream big, achieve big. Gemco Sydney. Any course, any uni. www.gemcoaustralia.com.